morning, Kiddo Kids, and welcome to your Monday, June 21st. We are getting so close to the end of the school year, but before we say goodbye for the summer, I would love to say goodbye to a good number of the staff members that are all together going to be heading off and leaving us. So bon voyage, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, sayonara, and happy retirement. Mr. Longrod, Miss Lapp, and Ms. Wilson are all going to be moving on, and we hope they have an amazing extended summer and really enjoy themselves. They desperately deserve it for all the hard work and amazing culture they built here at the school. So on behalf of Kendall Elementary School, thank you, thank you, thank you. Moving on to what's going on with the day. Today is National Go Skateboarding Day, because I know that's exactly what Mr. Longrod, Miss Lapp are doing. Miss Wilson, last time I saw her, was doing some really cool 360 shove-its. Anyways, this is the day in which we celebrate a sport that is just really kind of interesting and entertaining. Way back in the 1960s, 70s, maybe even as far back as the 50s, the first skateboards started popping up. Now, they were pretty simple. Somebody took roller skating wheels or basic wheels for carts and just put them on boards, actual like chunks of wood. You know, whatever you could find, whatever scrap wood is available. And those were just kind of mainly toys and kind of meant for some goofiness. But in the 1970s and through into the 80s, it really started taking off onto its own, and people really started to actually use them as real kind of sporting tools. And you started seeing some nice little advantageous additions, like the fact that there are things called trucks now and let you actually steer the wheels, and the wheels were made out of plastics and rubbers, which is really nice. And then big names like Tony Hawk started taking up the sport, who actually really revolutionized it and made a huge part of popular culture back in the 90s and early 2000s. Well, you know, people over the years kept on adding more and more new tricks to things, started actually modifying the boards instead of having just a flat board and then a singular tail and then a twin tail, and started actually skateboarding not only in just parks and spaces that seemed really obvious, but out on the streets. And then guys like Tony Hawk were taking it out into the mainstream of media and throwing, you know, the 900-degree rotation out on ESPN and kind of changing the culture of skateboarding. Nowadays, it's a lot about innovation in skateboarding. You can find off-road skateboards that are meant to go downhill, almost like a mountain bike. You can find longboarders, especially those guys who go for speed and fly down the hills in very long, larger boards and larger wheels. Even putting out that really cool surfer style where it originated out in California. But on top of that, you also have really cool things like electric skateboards coming on the market, and even weirder stuff like the fact that there's these single wheel boards too that are just getting really strange. So, you know, what better time to really celebrate that National Day of going skateboarding, because that can mean a whole lot of things nowadays, kids. Anyways, let's find the flag in the room, put our hand over the heart, and
please rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated.
all right, shout dudes, let's talk about some food here. I can't even do that right. Anyways, ham sandwiches all around with chicken nuggets for our meal for today with soft pretzel, broccoli, mandarin oranges, and milk. We got plenty of options here, guys. You can't go hungry. What's going on with the weather? Well, there's been storms a-brewing. We've got rain that just came across a little while ago. We probably have some more weather moving our way in a little bit, some bands of some severe weather as the high and low pressure battle it out. We've got a relatively warm day here, so high of 82 degrees. That means that hot, high pressure air and the low pressure air that's cooler coming from the north are smashing together and making that really volatile storm front. And that also means that we are going to have two things happen. One is that we're going to have some really heavy rains, possibly some thunder and lightning through parts of the day. It'll be here and there, though, as it's going to be bands of rain moving, and there'll probably be breaks of sun in between. I did hear there is the possibility of hail coming down, so watch out if you're outside right there. But the good news is we're going to have a nice cool off. Tomorrow's going to be a high of 63 degrees. It's going to feel really, really cool. And then Wednesday, a very comfortable day, and then warming right up into the weekends with a very nice, comfortable low 80s summer. So why not just enjoy these last days of school, because they are going to be beautiful. But today is the day with a little bit of rain. Hey, can't have them all. But, still going to be enjoyable. So let's finish off the announcements. That Kendall mission statement. The mission of the Kendall Central School District is to provide the knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes needed by students to live responsibly and compete successfully in today's and tomorrow's world. Well, I hope you guys have a marvelous Monday. And as we close down on the end of the school year, remember to always stay colorful, Kendall.